What's good, y'all? Today we're going to react into K-pop's biggest liar, how Hwayoung ruined T-Ara.
This is gonna sound like a messed up title, but let's check it out.
T-Ara were at the peak of their career when a scandal, from which they suffered the consequences for years, broke out in...
Scandals always seem to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
We still haven't got one was about a group selling drugs and stuff like that. We need to do that one next, but there's some big scandals. Including K-pop groups and everything.
In 2012, the members were suddenly under fire for their alleged terrible behavior towards Hwayoung. Netizens first brought up the evidence when T-Ara held their concert in Japan. Their Japanese fans were excited to see the girls perform on stage, but had to accept the fact that Hwayoung would only perform one song with the group as she was suffering an injury at that time. According to many reports, Hwayoung twisted her ankle when rushing to the dressing room after their performance at Music Core on July 23rd of 2012. After the girls returned to Seoul, Hwayoung visited the hospital to treat her injury. A day later, on the 24th of July, the girls traveled to Japan and Hwayoung appeared with a cast on while she was sitting in a wheelchair. A few days after the concert in Japan, Hyomin took to her Twitter account to share her thoughts seemingly directed at Hwayoung's injury. Hyomin tweeted, "There are differences in levels of determination. Let us have more determination." IZONE then responded to Hyomin's tweet and wrote, "The differences in level of determination. Always be humble and sensible. I applaud you, acting genius." It was this series of tweets that prompted netizens to and sensible. I applaud you, acting genius. It was this series of tweets that prompted netizens to speculate that Hwayoung was being ridiculed by the other members. Hwayoung's twin sister, Hwayoung, added fuel to the fire by tweeting, "Even determination alone is not enough," followed by another tweet that said, "God, you know everything, right?" Hwayoung tweeted not long after that again saying, "My other half is going through troubles," to which Hwayoung replied, "I only have you." Their fans caught up on the situation and being so...
It seems like there was a lot of fire going on. Like her, Hwayoung saying, "I only got you," to her sister.
Sure that something bad was going on between the members of the group, they started to boycott T-Ara, going as far as destroying their merch and cutting up their albums. At that time, there were tons of speculations about the scandal, and T-Ara's fans went back in time to analyze any content that was posted to look for any signs of the girls mistreating Hwayoung. Some of the evidence included Dion ignoring Hwayoung when she went on to high-five the other members when the girls appeared on a Japanese variety show. Then Hwayoung when she went on to high-five the other members when the girls appeared on a Japanese variety show. Then many people had an issue with a picture Jiyeon previously tweeted. She took a picture of a Lego dog that stood in front of a bowl with an acorn that was given to her by Dion. Korean people view an acorn in a dog's bowl as something related to being an outcast. Another instance when people thought the members were mocking Hwayoung was when Jiyeon posted a selfie on her Instagram after she won an online popularity poll among all of the members. Jiyeon captioned the selfie, "I won first place in a popularity poll, so I'm sharing this picture. Oh, and Hwayoung got 0 votes. Haha, our poor Hwayoung." There was also an incident when Dion allegedly made fun of Hwayoung got 0 votes. Haha, our poor Hwayoung. There was also an incident when Dion allegedly made fun of Hwayoung again. The girls appeared on the show Star Life Theater, and there was a moment when all of the members were together in a car. Hwayoung decided to read a book, and the producer of the show commented that Hwayoung seems to enjoy reading a lot. Before Hwayoung could respond, Dion commented, "It's because of the camera. Wow, you're really funny. I've never seen Hwayoung read a book while being in the same group." The list of the so-called evidence is a long one, but some of those instances call for a question if it was truly as serious as some people made it out to be. On July 30th of 2012, it was announced that Hwayoung would be leaving the group and the agency altogether. These incidents are unacceptable in South Korea, so at that time, T-Ara members were really going through extremely hard times. Their careers suffered tremendously, and it took a while for the general public to warm up to the group again. At that time, no one knew that a big storm was coming and that Hwayoung would end up being the villain in the whole story. In 2015, thanks to...
She would become the villain after that mistreatment?
Yeah, that's nice.
But bro, how do these K-pop groups functioning with that much toxicity inside
it's
of
fucked up.
took a huge turn when a post stating that Hwayoung was never treated horribly by the members went viral. In the post, the original poster brought back the infamous picture of Hwayoung walking through the airport while she was holding onto 2 men for support. The picture was taken after Hwayoung supposedly injured her ankle. However, the poster shared that prior to that picture being taken, Hwayoung was walking just fine and she didn't need any support. During T-Ara's time in Japan for their concert, it was reported that Hwayoung would be staying at a hotel because her leg hurt and she needed some rest. Instead, Hwayoung allegedly visited a nail studio instead. The post also mentioned that Dion once performed at Hwayoung allegedly visited a nail studio instead. The post also mentioned that Dion
even if you like you start, I mean you can go to a nail studio.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna sit down.
performed at a music show and attended a concert with a broken nose, only taking a day off for her surgery. The original poster also provided different things people from the industry personnel said about Hwayoung. One of them shared, "Hwayoung started getting a celebrity disease after she settled in with the group. She was cocky about being a celebrity and a T-Ara member. The original members weren't like that." This news sent a wave of sympathy towards the group as netizens started to realize that maybe Hwayoung was the bad guy. No shocking news came out until Hwayoung and her sister Hwayoung appeared on the talk show Taxi in 2017, which is when the real truth started to come out. In the show, Hwayoung opened up about the scandal from 2012. Hwayoung shared, "It's a shame. Thinking about it now, it's something that can definitely happen between girls. Looking back, we were still young and inexperienced. I wasn't an adult either." After Hwayoung brought up the scandal again, it prompted people to look back on it and investigate it further. Quickly after the Taxi episode aired, a former staff member that worked with T-Ara came forward and claimed that Hwayoung and Hwayoung were lying about the entire incident. T-Ara's former manager also came forward and confirmed that the two sisters weren't being honest about what truly happened. The former staff member also included some text messages from Hwayoung to Arum. Hwayoung would text Arum things such as, "Arum,
you have to be thankful and say thank you when you're being taken care of. If you don't want to get beaten up, act right. Words spread fast in this field. Don't mouth around the known back cheat." Damn.
You have to be thankful and say thank you when you're being taken care of. If you don't want to get beaten up, act right. And dogs only listen when they take a beating. In those messages, Hwayoung also threatened to scratch Autumn's and dogs only listen when they take a beating. In those messages, Hwayoung also threatened to scratch Autumn's face so that she couldn't appear on TV. This incident was confirmed to be true when Hwayoung's agency released a statement that said, "Hwayoung was very young back then, and seeing Hwayoung suffer from the incident made her step in because they're family. She became emotional because she was seeing her little sister suffer so much. There was no other reason for sending the messages." The staff member also included more details about Hwayoung's non-existent injury. According to them, Hwayoung visited the hospital after she twisted her ankle on her way back to the dressing room. Even though she was told that there was nothing wrong, she insisted on wearing a cast which she would only take off during transport. After Hwayoung arrived at the airport, she knew there would be reporters, which seems like the reason why she asked for a wheelchair. Hwayoung demanded to continue using the wheelchair even after she went to the hospital in Japan, where she was told that there was nothing wrong with her ankle. The staff member said, "Hwayoung always demanded that she be allowed to take care of personal tasks and did not work hard at all." As time went by, more and more people came forward to share their experiences of working with Hwayoung. Gi-moo-ri, T-Ara's former stylist, shared his side of the story on Pungmoon Show. The former stylist explained that he didn't know what was going on.
Hwayoung has no manners and called the hair staff shampoo.
His side of the story on Mamamoo Show. The former stylist explained that he didn't know what was going on in T-Ara's dorms, but he did know that the relationship between the members had been going downhill. According to Uri, Hwayoung had a hard time fitting in because she was the newest addition to the team. He described her attitude as rude and ill-mannered, and Hwayoung was said to be especially rude towards staff. Uri recalled how Hwayoung would often call the stylist shampoo instead of calling them their names, just because they were people who did her hair. Hwayoung also disrespected the older stylist, calling them
That's disrespectful as fuck.
their names just because they were people who did her hair. Hwayoung also disrespected the older stylist by not using proper honorifics, titles, and never used their names. Hwayoung actually responded by posting a few screenshots from the show and captioned it, "Mr. Gi-moo-ri, I know you're close with Hyomin, but don't make up stories." Uri opening up about the past incidents prompted more people to reveal Hwayoung's bad behavior. One of the two former T-Ara stylists shared, "She expressed her dissatisfaction and complaints right in front of me. She would say things like, 'You can't style hair at all.' If I made a mistake while doing her makeup, she would say, 'You can't even draw a line?'" The second stylist added, "Hwayoung would embarrass us in front of others. The staff simply could not find a reason to like her. She wasn't feeling bad about it either. It was as if her style was to target specific people and make them feel insulted." At that point, Hwayoung got into a serious conflict with the public and even threatened the people who left malicious comments on her Instagram. The post has unfortunately been deleted, but Hwayoung wrote, "Maybe you'll be happy when we're pulling each other's hair out and this turns into a mud fight. Everyone leaving malicious comments, you should watch yourselves first." Everything that came out about Hwayoung was a huge shock to a lot of people. T-Ara's fans couldn't believe that the group had to suffer so much only because of Hwayoung's decision to lie to gain herself some sympathy points and because of her rude and disrespectful attitude. In 2018, Ateez decided to talk about the scandal when she competed on the survival reality show i-dle rebooting project The Unit. Ateez said, "I don't think T-Ara members are at fault. All groups face conflict. It's normal, but the world targeted us and called us out as villains. The members should have communicated more, but we didn't do that. We were too too careful. According to Arum, the members were all very close and they used to get along well. If they did have an argument, it wasn't very serious and it was more like bickering between family members. Arum added that at the time of the scandal, they were all too young to know how to handle the situation better and how to react properly. Arum also revealed that Hwayoung apologized to her personally for sending her threatening texts and that Hwayoung was very upset with her sister after she found out what messages Hwayoung sent to Arum. Arum said, "I think my short time as a T-Ara member taught me a lot of things, but of course sometimes I think if I hadn't joined the team, I wouldn't have gotten so hurt." T-Ara's scandal was definitely the biggest in K-pop at that time, and because of how badly it affected their career, T-Ara never reached that peak ever again, all because of a handful of lies. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.
One of the previous reactions that I did, I think I saw a part on like some K-pop videos like this, and it said some labels do not accept like bullies. They try to see if there was like bullies in school and stuff like that, you know. And I think that's really makes sense, because if idols are really mean and like with this kind of behaviors, it's just not gonna have a long ass career, you know.
Yeah, but the thing that played part, even her sister, like she was sending not threatening, but how do I say, messages to her, to Arum, like about her sister and stuff. But you don't need, like, if you have someone toxic in the group, it's gonna like spell on everybody else and make it worse, like for the
most definitely.
There are so many verdicts to this. Like even the girl that got insulted, she said we were close and stuff, but it's crazy like how much goes on in K-pop groups and doesn't come out till like the group is like broken off and everything else. There are so many things going on in this, and who knows the true version. Like she said that the words weren't right and everything else, but who knows.
Calling the teammates to Shanghai, bro, is like